are coming to your pro day anyways.
Facts.
So I just knew I was like, you know what, like instead of dwelling on that, like I'm just gonna focus on this now, and like only like just really focus on things I can control. Because at the end of the day, like worrying about that stuff, like it's not gonna do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, for sure,
it's
for
uh
sure.
it's just kind of been that type of process. But you feel me? It's just like it's just now after it all, it's just you just wait and talk to teams
Nah,
and
facts.
just try to figure out. I mean, there's no way to guess where you land, but you know, it's just kind of a guessing game at this point.
For sure. So when did you feel um like you could actually become a professional football player?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty early in my career. Like I've always had that dream. Like I've always had that like drive. To be like, yeah, that's my goal is playing the league. Ever since I was little, like I started playing football in kindergarten. For the Legion, I went to Smith. I went to Smith
Yeah,
High
yeah,
School.
me too.
I went to
Yeah, me
Smith
too. For
Elementary.
sure,
And my
for sure,
sister
me too.
actually,
That's lit.
my I don't know, you know Maggie Brown, you know the Brown
Yeah, yeah,
family, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So they were my next door neighbors. So my sister, I think you know my sister, right? You know Paige,
yeah. Yep, yep.
yeah. So Maggie played football when they were in like fifth or sixth grade, one of the two, and I was in kindergarten still. And so and Paige started playing football too. So I would go to their practices, and like the third and fourth grade team needed players. So like I was always there, and I was big. I was just the same size, so they let me play. So for me, like football has always been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. So like the goal of getting as far as I can and playing in the league has like always been my main goal. So like when I got to college, you know, college is especially freshman year can be very humbling because you come from being the man at your high school to being in a room or being in a on a field where everyone was the best player at their high school.
Right.
So freshman year was kind of the humbling stage, and then like once I started seeing myself develop, like I went crazy in the weight room, just really focused on development and just kind of put my ego aside. Like I'm not the best in the on the team. I'm not the best in the room anymore.
Right.
This is kind of something that I'm gonna have to work for. And then seeing guys who like were older than me, like going to the league and just like kind of seeing how I'm developing compared to that, how they developed, and like just kind of following what they told me and just like really following their footsteps. Like I kind of had the idea that I could make it like really sophomore year of college. Like, you know, if I do all the right things, I can put myself in a pretty good position. And
Nah, for
just
sure.
kind of like the whole thing was trusting the process, dog. Like it was just like sometimes it was a pain, bro. Sometimes I was like this is tough. Like this is this college football is
Yeah.
not for everyone. So as you know, you played. So it's like it's you know, just had to trust the process, and then late in my career started playing a lot in Nebraska. Had three really good years there, then transferred to Oregon, started 2 years in a row. So it was the picture started becoming more and more clear that I'll have a good opportunity to make it to the NFL.
Absolutely.
Obviously the later in college I got, but yeah, I think I always believed I could do it. I mean, I don't think there was ever a time where I didn't think I was going to be able to make it to the NFL. So I think that was kind of the main thing was just staying consistent on what my goals were and what my focus was on. So I could put myself in the best position possible to be able to make it to the NFL.
Nah, absolutely, bro. So, all right. So, my last question, bro, I'm gonna ask you, what's some advice that you give to some younger kids, man, that are growing up, or people that are in college, say they're sophomores, maybe even juniors? What's some advice that you give them, if this is something that they want to do?
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely trust the process. I said it earlier, like it's really hard to put all your trust in it when you're young and in college, and you might be 4 years away from getting to where you want to go, but like the developmental stages of your career are the most important, so definitely trust the process. And then like um for me, a big thing was like don't let people tell you can't do things. Coming from, you know, I grew up in Cortland. I started my career in Cortland, went up to Syracuse, went through high school there. Like, like there's not a lot of recruiting going on in that area, for big
Right.
time schools. And when I decided I wanted to play football, I mean, I'm not lying. People started laughing at me. They were like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, you're not going to these big time schools to play football. And I remember teachers were telling me like, why are you even wasting your time like trying to do this? And I was just like,
Wow.
because I was like, because I know I can. So like really don't let anyone tell you can't do anything, because like if you really are driven, you really have that like goal in your mind, like it's crazy the things you can do. Like I never thought like, I mean, I dreamed about being in this position, but I never knew I would actually be in it. So
Right, right.
and that's just from the consistency I had of just, staying focused on my goals, and
Facts.
staying on track, and putting myself in a position to be successful on and off the field. Like, I mean, you can do it on the field, but if you're not doing the right things off the field, your actions aren't going to align with your goals, and you're just not going to make it. So,
No, I agree.
just trust the process, and don't let anyone tell you you can't do it.
Facts. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. It
Yeah,
was a
man.
quick little segment, but it's gonna be fire when I drop it.
Nah, you
But I
good,
appreciate
man.
you, man, and listen, best of luck with the process. I'm excited to see what happens in the future, bro, and I'm gonna get up
I
with you, bro.
appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me know if you ever want to jump on and do like a full episode. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure, definitely.
I think I'll actually be in Cortland the day of the draft. So my dad has a
Oh, word.
game. My dad has a game down there.
I
He's a
bet. Yeah,
head,
just
yeah,
yeah,
he's a
he's the
head
head lacrosse
coach.
coach, right?
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna I'm
brother,
gonna go
text me.
home
Text
for
me
it.
when you're in town.
Word for sure. All right,
All right,
man.
that's the best,
Appreciate
bro.
you.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I'll talk to you. Yeah, bye.
All right, brother.